Finally Friday, it's Weather for Weather Geeks time here on April the 10th. Thankfully a calmer day across the valley today after a pretty raucous afternoon and evening. I've got plotted up here all of the storm reports called into the National Weather Service yesterday and into last night. And here locally we had a lot of reports of some hail from Columbiana County on north and east through Lawrence County, including this report up in, it looks like just east of Hermitage. And we had hail size of softballs reported down in parts of Columbiana County. Look at that, 2.75 inches in diameter in West Point. That is huge hail. A lot of wind damage in the panhandle of West Virginia and heading over towards the Pittsburgh area as well. And of course we've seen a lot of pictures of flooding problems, especially in Mahoning and into northern parts of Columbiana County. Of course, we had no tornadic activity, thankfully, locally, but unfortunately, lots of devastation. This could have been an EF3 or perhaps EF4 tornado that caused a lot of the problems here well west of Chicago during the early evening hours last night from Rochelle on north and east towards Belvedere. This is all pretty much east of Rockford, Illinois, so of course damage surveys are ongoing. I haven't seen any official word from the Weather Service as to the rating of that tornado, or those tornadoes, I should say, just yet. Amanda sent in this picture. Amanda's part of the Ohio Weather Center. If you don't like their page on Facebook, give them a like. It's a nice page. And this picture is on Lisbon-Canfield Road, outside of Franklin Square. The road is closed. Look at that car, almost kind of half submerged there with floodwaters. So, you know, we've seen scenes like this throughout the region. A lot of standing water on roadways, flooded roadways, all sorts of problems with all of the rain that we got in a fairly short amount of time yesterday afternoon and evening. All right, pretty obvious when the cold front came through late this morning. Temperatures dropped a good 10 to 15 degrees when the front came through. Check out where the front is now. It's 67 here southeast of Pittsburgh and 52 in Youngstown. There's our front right there. And we do have a pretty thick deck of clouds around, but I am pretty optimistic that this deck is going to continue pivoting east. And so by late this afternoon, you know, it doesn't get dark till 8 o'clock now, so, you know, by 5, 6 o'clock, we're going to start to see some sunshine working in from the north and west. It is blustery, that is for sure. Wind gusts right now, Youngstown Warren Airport, this is the 2 o'clock observation, 28 knots, so into the 30s as far as miles per hour, pretty common over the last few hours. So it's definitely a hang on to your hat kind of a day today. The dew points were high yesterday. They were well up into the 60s. Now it's real easy to see, again, where our front is. Let me bring up the, bring up the dew point contours here. It's interesting to look at this kind of stuff, at least it is for me. Our front, of course, right here. Dew points in the 60s towards Johnstown, PA, but already dropping back into the 40s in Pittsburgh, and our dew points in the upper 30s, lower 40s here locally. So it's a drier air mass, it's a cooler air mass, and it's a blustery afternoon. It's going to be that way up at the Indians game, 4 o'clock first pitch this afternoon. Blustery, but some sun and chilly. Temperatures falling back into the 40s during the course of the game. Now we do have a little disturbance that's going to head our way tonight. This will be well after dark. I'm going to show you some simulated radars here based on the HRRR, High Resolution Rapid Refresh. We're going to have a dry evening. This is the little disturbance out here that's going to pivot down through the lower Great Lakes. Here's the simulated radar at 6 o'clock, nothing here. But as we go into the night tonight, here's 11 p.m. As we go on the air tonight at 11 o'clock on 21 News, yeah, there's going to be a little round of showers around. No thunder with this, but a couple of hours worth of wet weather when most of us are sleeping tonight. By 3 in the morning, it's gone. So as you get up tomorrow morning, I do think we'll see an increase in sunshine for our Saturday. It's going to end up being a very, very nice weekend. Now, a chilly day tomorrow, yes. But, you know, with the sunshine, you know, the sun, of course, is strong at this time of the year. I don't think we'll mind a little bit of a breeze and some chilly temperatures if the sun is shining. Here's the setup for the first part of the weekend. This is Saturday afternoon's weather map. Maybe even a few snow showers up in New England, but a big sprawling area of high pressure built into the Ohio Valley for Saturday. That's going to bring out the sun. Chilly night Saturday night with that high almost right over us. Here's Sunday morning's weather map. That high has drifted just to our east, and as that high drifts east, you know the idea here, the flow around high pressure is clockwise. So as we get into Sunday afternoon, right here, center of that high is shifted over towards Norfolk, Virginia, and we're getting into a southerly wind on the backside of this, so that's a warm wind, and we'll get into the 60s, it looks like, on Sunday. Nice day coming up on Sunday. Beautiful early spring day. Get outside and enjoy it if you can. All right, as we head towards next week, let's skip ahead to Monday. Back to work, back to school for some, for most of us, I would imagine. And it looks like clouds will thicken up this day, if my information will catch up to me here. Are we not going to see Monday? Maybe we will. Never ceases to amaze me how often my internet slows when I'm recording this video. Sometimes the gods are just not looking out for me. Anyway, Monday's going to feature an increase in clouds. Some showers pretty likely Monday afternoon into Monday night. That's our next front, but it's a weak front. You know, behind this front, very little in the way of a temperature change. Finally, here we go. Here's Monday afternoon. This weak front coming our way. The air behind this only negligibly, minor cool down, negligibly cooler. In fact, we're going to warm right back up very nicely for midweek. This would be Tuesday. High pressure visiting us once again as our front moves off. So I think midweek's going to be nice. Tuesday's going to be a dry afternoon. Wednesday's going to be a dry day. Here's tax day. That's the 15th. High pressure off the East Coast. And we stay dry, it looks like, for tax day on Wednesday. And then finally some chances for rain increasing towards the end of next week. This next front is a pattern changer. We're going to be above average until the end of next week. This is Thursday. With our front approaching, some showers looking pretty likely, I think, for Thursday, and then a week from today on Friday. This front is pushing east, and yeah, that's maybe some snow showers around the northern Great Lakes. Not here locally, but northern Great Lakes. And this is the front that's going to change the pattern for at least a handful of days. A chillier pattern coming up in the longer range. So enjoy the next week, because the kind of the 8 to 14 day outlook, if you will, is looking cooler. Here's the 16-day temperatures on the latest GFS ensemble. Spiking up into the 60s to around 70 Sunday and Monday. Again, just negligibly cooler than for a day or two, but still above average, middle of the week. Then by the end of next week and beyond, we're not winter anymore, so a below average temperature regime doesn't mean we're going to be in the 30s. But when you consider that towards the end of April, or at least the third week of April, we should be in the upper 50s, probably a little below that, or somewhat below that for the average for that kind of 8 to 14 day period. Hope you have a great Friday and a great weekend, everyone. Thank you, as always, for watching Weather for Weather Geeks. I'll see you right back here on Monday. In the meantime, be sure and check out Andrew DiPolo's forecasts on 21 News this weekend at 6 and 11. I'll see you Monday.